So today was the 2017 Pattaya Triathlon. I did the standard distance, basically, yeah, Olympic distance triathlon this morning. Let me tell you about my morning. It was a little bit crazy. I mean, I messed up my alarm. Last night I set my alarm for 4:30. Was planning on getting up at 4:30 a.m., go to transition, be out of transition by 5:30, be on the start line, ready to go. And my alarm was set to 4:30 p.m., not 4:30 a.m. So I woke up and saw the daylight outside. There should not be daylight at 4:30 a.m. So I started just freaking out, like just cursing at myself like I'm an idiot. Like I was so mad at myself. And it was already past 6 o'clock. I looked at my clock and it was like 6:04 or something like that. And I was just like, man, like all the training that I'd done going up to this event, and like all the money that I'd spent to get there and everything, and like just like to have it all come down to not being able to race just because I didn't press the little switch to make it AM instead of PM on my alarm. Like that just goes to show, like if I'd slept in another 10 minutes, like I would not have made the race, which I did just barely make. But it just goes to show that like that one tiny little thing, it can change everything. So like paying attention to details, like that was a huge lesson in paying attention to very small details today that I learned. I'm never gonna forget that feeling when I woke up and just how upset I was. But anyways, enough about that. I was freaking out. I thought this is it. Like transition closed at 5:30. Like I'm not even gonna be able to get to the start line. But then I just thought, like, you know what? The start time isn't supposed to be until like 6:15 or 6:18 or something like that. Like let's just try. Like I have to give it a go. I have to at least try to get there to the start line. If I just sit here and like feel pissed off about myself, then like that's no good. So ran to the transition. Just like threw my bag down, like got like a couple of things out of the bag, but like did not set up my transition at all. Just grabbed my goggles, grabbed my swim cap, put on my timing chip, ran to the start, and then it turns out they were delayed anyways by like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. So I ended up, had a few minutes to chill out, collect myself, and like just sort of calm down and then get ready. So gun goes off, went out on the swim and yeah, did the race. And it was basically I ended up coming, I was the second age grouper out of all the age groups, and also second in my own age group, can you see that? There you go, runner up, 25 to 29. And the guy who won my age group was also the first age grouper overall, and I was the second age grouper overall. So that's not including the pros, who were in their own overall category, and the Thai elites and stuff like that. But yeah, so it went pretty well. The swim was I mean, I'll post like a link down below where you can see all my splits and stuff like that. But overall it was a pretty good race. Obviously I did not get to have breakfast. I did not get to drink any water, although, well, I did have a small cup of water thanks to Ricky from Tenyapura, who was there. He saw me getting my transition ready in the morning, and like I was like, Ricky, I'm so late, and he was like, vegan power, and like gave me a cup of water as I was running to the start, and like I was so happy about that. But that was all I had before the race. So after I came out of the swim, got on the bike, I did bring like my food and all that. Luckily I had everything ready the night before, because that's what I learned before the last race, when I forgot my bib number, like the number that you wear on the front of the run, when you're running. I forgot that last race, so I had to run back at the beginning in Bang San. I was all rushed and like disorganized in the morning as well. So this race I was totally organized that way, but it just had this alarm issue. And anyways, at least I had it all ready, so that was all I did. I just ran. I didn't have breakfast or anything, but I had to eat on the bike quite a lot, because I knew that I hadn't had anything but breakfast, and if I didn't eat at the beginning of the bike ride, it was going to be bad news once I got to the run. So I had like a full pack of these dried bananas on the bike, so I was eating a lot on the bike, which slowed me down a little bit. And then when I got to the transition after the bike, it was just like, sorry, before the bike, when I got to that transition after the swim, I lost, transition took me like four minutes or whatever, because I had to like organize, get all my stuff together. And then yeah, I came back in. Actually, the second transition wasn't too bad because I just had to throw my shoes on and go out on the run. Although I did have to search through my bag a bit to find my bib number. But then yeah, I went out on the run. At the beginning of the run, I felt like I was like feeling like I was gonna cramp up in my stomach because I had eaten a fair amount on the bike. I'd basically eaten what I was gonna eat for breakfast and what I was planning on eating on the bike. So yeah, I had eaten a lot on the bike, and I was feeling like there's lots of stuff in my stomach, probably gonna cramp up. So I was sort of being conservative on the pace. Like I brought my pace down, you know, below what I thought I was gonna run, what I'd hoped to run on the race, just so that I didn't run into cramps. But it ended up being okay towards the end. You know, it felt pretty good. And yeah, it all turned out okay. It all turned out okay. It went from being like, would have been like the worst day ever if I hadn't gone to the start line, or if I would have missed the start line. That just would have been like, oh, it just would have been so shitty. It would have been so shitty to go all the way to Pattaya, do all the training that I've been doing, and then just to have that one little thing, you know, like just throw it all away. That would have just sucked. So I'm super stoked that, you know, I managed to get to the start line and you know, finish with a decent result. So yeah, that's the story of Pattaya, unless there's anything else I'm forgetting. It looks like there's a race in mid-July in Krabi. There's another triathlon happening mid-July that I think I'm going to go to, the Krabi International Triathlon. I think that's what it's called. So I think that's going to be my next race. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. I'll post links to the race results and the Strava files and all that stuff in the description down below. So check those out if you're interested. And if you have any more questions, let me know. I'll do another video and answer any questions you guys have. So thanks for watching. Peace out. See you next video.